All right, so we are going to do a clean install of Eclipse, and then we are going to also download JavaFX and install the plugins within our Eclipse IDE. All right, so this was the website for Eclipse, and you can see there's a newer release here. We're going to click that, and then we are going to download for our operating system. And then we're going to wait for that download. Okay, so after it's finished downloading, we're going to open the installer. Okay, so this is what your screen is going to come up with. I'm going to install the Eclipse IDE for Java developers. Install. I'm going to wait for this installation. All right, so now we're ready to launch. And then we're going to create our Eclipse workspace. And here we have our Eclipse IDE. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to install the plugins for JavaFX. We're going to go to Help. We're going to go to the Eclipse Marketplace. We're going to search JavaFX. Install. We need to accept the license agreements and finish. So now we need to wait. The plugins need to install. You can see the progress bar at the bottom of your IDE. After they finish installing, you will get a pop-up that asks you if you'd like to restart, and that's when you restart. You do not want to restart before they finish installing. All right, so now we've gotten the pop-up for us to restart, so we're going to restart now. All right, so now we're back with our Eclipse IDE, and we need to also now download the JavaFX SDK. So we're going to go to, this is from the JavaFX website. When you find the downloads, and I've got a Windows SDK for the Windows. All right, so we're going to wait for this to download, and then we're going to unzip, and I'm going to actually put it onto my desktop. Right. All right, so now we've got this, the SDK on my desktop. I'm going to go back to Eclipse. All right, so now we need to create a new user library and then add our jar files from the library folder in our SDK that we just downloaded. So we're going to go to Preferences under Windows. And Java, build path, user libraries. Go ahead and remove this one. And new. Name it JavaFX 20. Okay. Add external jars. Right. Once we add those, we're going to apply and close. All right, and now we're gonna add start a new project. So I'm gonna start a new FX project. So you can go to do that again. So file, new project instead of Java project. You can do a new project here. And then under JavaFX, do a JavaFX project. All right, and we're going to call this one FX. And we don't need to create the module info file. All right, so now we need to add the user library. So we're going to right click on our project and build path, add libraries, user library. Next, select the one that you have, and then you should have finish here. Mine is already in the build path. All right. So you can see all your jar files. All right, here. All right, so let's do that one more time, since I had already done some things in that project. So we're going to go build path, add libraries, user libraries. And so we should be able to select and finish. So now we can see our jar files here, right? All right. So the other thing to check is that when you go to your build path, go to configure build path, and in your libraries, you want to make sure that the user library that you added is in the class path, right? So now we need to add those the VM arguments. What we're going to do, we're going to actually run this first, run application. All right, and so that should make it pop up with our configurations. Now we're going to run configurations, and you can see now I've got the 11 that has popped up in my Java application. Before you couldn't see anything. So now we're going to go over to our arguments for our application. And we're going to input our VM arguments, which you will have to copy from the JavaFX website. Whether you have, depending on your operating system, I have a Windows. So I'm going to copy the argument and paste. And then I need to get the library path for the SDK. Remember, I put that on my desktop. Yeah. So we go to our folder, copy address. Now everything in these quotes is replaced. And then the second thing we need to make sure we do is uncheck right here. And we apply, run. We're going to delete our module info. Let's see. And back in. There we go. To our configuration, this is the main thing, making sure these VM arguments are in here, correct. And all right, so we also need to have, in checking our build path, mess this up. So in our class path, we need to have the jar files and the FX SDK in here. All right, so that, now we apply that, close. Now we can run. And this is what you should get up. Pop up a empty window. So if you guys have any questions about that still, let me know. We'll try to troubleshoot it. I have tried this multiple times. Yes.